to that right now, which is hey, major Xbox influencers are pulling support over multi-platform rumors.
Yeah. So Forza already titles have been going to PlayStation and Switch, like Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, but it wasn't any of the big ones. It wasn't Halo, it wasn't Forza, it wasn't Gears. But with the announcement that Forza Horizon 5 is getting ported, it's going over in March. Many of the biggest influencers at Xbox, or that are fans of Xbox,
Yeah.
are like, nah, dog, we're done. We're checking out. We out of here. Clobriel is one of the most well-known personalities in the Xbox community with over 158,000 followers on X, including Microsoft's Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond and its entire PR and marketing teams.
Ooh.
It is known for creating faux Xbox marketing images which are regularly shared by Xbox's bosses.
Wow.
However, the recent change in strategy has made them reconsider their support for the Xbox brand, saying, quote, "This time, listening will not be enough. This time, execution, credibility, and connection to previously made statements, and moving towards fans is all that will matter. For me, for your brand, and for your community." Yeah.
Wow.
Tim Dog, another notable Xbox influencer with 82,000 followers, including the same people, says, "I'm not an Xbox fanboy anymore."
Good for you.
Yeah. It's so easy to see Xbox is killing its hardware and putting a stake in the heart of it by doing this, and there's no going back, it's dead. He later would tweet, "Xbox could have killed Game Pass, say buy our exclusives and focus on our hardware, and that's 100% better idea than say let's kill exclusives and put Halo on PS5. The outrage would be half of this, and guess you might be back to having a healthy business." He added, "Nothing changes other than I don't support them like I have in the past. If you like being lied to, that's a you thing. I have a set of standards, that's all. Cross them, and I will respond." I'm going to read more of these as we proceed.
Yes, yeah.
But, I don't know, dude. Xbox is making a lot of money. Like, they're making a lot of money. It's very apparent that this strategy has like, worked really well for them. This strategy of, oh, well, we can't sell enough of these games on Xbox and the computer, so let's sell them everywhere.
Right.
It's fine.
So, okay, yeah. I don't know when you want to address this comment that we got on the last video.
We'll do it in a minute.
Okay, because like, we've addressed this. I swear we addressed it on the last episode that was commented on. We've addressed it a number of times now. Only like 2 or 3 times. But this is a good business decision for Microsoft. It's just like, it's the final blow of like the end of the concept of console wars, at least for now. That part's over, but that's not bad for Xbox. Xbox has found their own path forward to making profits with video games. It's just not. It's not with a console. At least not now. They could have their little Switch equivalent come out, and it's fantastic. You know.
Right. Like absolutely. I totally agree with that. As for, and we had a comment on the last episode saying, y'all don't need to do this as literally a useless stat. It could have been a 90% hardware drop. In total revenue and growth, they have done amazing year-to-year 64% revenue growth in just Xbox. Which, yeah, because, dog, they bought Call of Duty.
Yeah, I just want to say to the commenter, we're arguing in the same direction. We agree. They're doing fine.
Yes. Yeah, they own Call of Duty and Diablo and World of Warcraft now. And hey, guess what? To the people who are, so there's another comment from one of these influencers, this guy named Kid Smooth, saying changed his banner to a logo saying F Xbox. Xbox is doomed, and if they're expecting PlayStation and Nintendo gamers to buy Xbox games, they're in for a rude awakening. Which my response is, I don't know. Sea of Thieves was one of the best-selling games on PlayStation all last year.
Right.
So
I mean, it's a bummer because they had a path forward for competing as a box, and then that just got messed up. And that was what our complaints were over the last few years. We kind of went in on Xbox within that traditional console war mindset, and that's just something that we had grown up with. But it became very clear over the last year they weren't going to be able to compete that way, and their own marketing campaign of this is an Xbox regarding a phone or whatever is like they've moved on. Like that's it. But we were talking about how they get a lot of their Game Pass money, a large majority of their Game Pass money through consoles. So they can't stop making the consoles. But it's over for them in terms of trying to compete as a console.
right, and I think that for the people who, and they're there to make their fans happy, but they're there at the end of the day to make money as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think and the thing is like, if you are a super hardcore Xbox guy, you're not losing anything here.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. You're not losing anything by continuing to buy Xbox and their games and everything. It's just that everyone else is getting those games now. Like it's not that big of a deal. And they're getting them late most of the time.
Right.
Like this Forza game is 3 years old, people. Almost 4.
Right.
Like, let's chill.
That's something that, like, I'm thrilled at games being out there on PlayStation. Like, that's fantastic. More games should be more accessible everywhere. That's great. It's just going back to that console war mindset of, like, Xbox just mishandled, their schedule. They mishandled, developing certain games, dropping development of certain games. Just, like, it's been wild to see. But...
The thing is they did not have to go down this road. If they would have actually handled 2022 and 2023 correctly,
yeah,
it would have been fine. It would have been. This would be a very different conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 years that were effectively wasted. They barely got anything worthwhile out in that time period. Mostly just Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment.
Mm-hmm.
And PlayStation put a lot of good stuff out in that time period.
Yep.
God of War. Spider-Man 2, Ratchet and Empire.
PlayStation has absolutely, canceled a bunch of games because they were going down the live service path and they were going to flood the market with big live service games that because everyone's already stretched thin already right now, like a whole bunch of those were going to fail. So that was a good call on their part. It's just that they shouldn't have gone so hard on live service to begin with.
They made a very big bet on that, and it did not work out.
Yes, but the key thing here is they did not pull the trigger fully on all of those bets, which was a good thing.
Yes, I think after Concord, they realized, okay, we need to get out.
I feel like it was starting with like how Destiny was turning real bad. And then, Concord, the moment Concord happens, like, nope, we cannot have 10 of these happen. So
100%.
And this goes back to PlayStation is not flawless. Like if you've been listening to us for a while, you would know PlayStation is not flawless. It's just that their competition's Xbox.
Like that's the thing I feel like a lot of people are tending to forget right now is the reason why PlayStation looks good in comparison is they're stable.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're stable. Like they have a rock. It's the same plan as they did as last year, minus the addition of live service. But they've still gotten games out there, and their hardware moves stuff forward. And they did it's fine. The way I would describe PlayStation this generation is it's fine.
Yeah,
it's not like they're doing great. They had a $400 million bomb last year.
Right.
It's just that by comparison, they actually have been putting out exclusive games over the course of the generation that people really want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox did not do that from the beginning of 2022 till like right at the end of 2024 with Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a long time to try and convince people to try and buy your box on Game Pass and exclusives, but having no exclusives and Game Pass, I guess, just isn't enough draw for people to buy a box.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I think these people, the influencers who have built a following and a brand around Xbox, on some level, I feel bad for them. But the people who are just fanboys, like you gotta move on.
well, yeah, like God, man, I just we very well could have been those influencers with how hard we were going on Xbox during this time.
I wanted Xbox to really make a push at PlayStation to get them going, and to a degree they did. Like that's why they had their sort of Game Pass equivalent. It's not quite to the degree that Xbox has it at, but PlayStation got a bunch of games up there that online that people can play now, and that wasn't going to happen. Or at least it seemed like it wasn't going to happen until Game Pass made a real push, put some pressure on them, which is what we wanted from various areas. Just, competition. It's good. It's a good thing.
Yes, I agree.
Xbox just hasn't been swinging. They've been doing it recently, but after they've already put out this campaign to be like, we're pivoting.
We are, yeah, like it was too little too late.
Yep.
It's a bummer. Like because as someone who also owns a PlayStation, it sucks because boy howdy, they have no competition, so they're just going to be super complacent.
Oh yeah, we're gonna find some issues. Like there's not gonna be anyone really swinging at them, and so this whole them canceling games and pursuing weird live service games, there's gonna be some stuff that we're gonna see now, and it's gonna feel like, oh, there's an opening or something. We'll see how things go. Xbox seems to be lying low, just trying to get you to play video games on your phone, I guess. Until
I guess
I know until they get
just.
I tried to play after that last episode. I tried to play Skate 3 on my computer, Wi-Fi, but like decent Wi-Fi, over the cloud.
Yeah.
And there's just a fraction of a second lag. And when I'm trying to ollie just before a curb and grind on a rail, like you can do it, but man, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, like, and I think that, yeah, the days of them trying to push a box are over. It's like, hey, if you've been an Xbox guy, great. If not, like, I'm willing to bet you that if they could get Game Pass on PlayStation, they'd do it.
Yeah,
they would absolutely do it.
That's
like
money.
No doubt in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's over, dude. GG.
It's over unless they put out this Switch equivalent, and then we'll see what even that is.
Yeah, I'm not fully confident in that.
It's fair,
but I'm personally excited for it, but I'm not confident in it.
They do not have earned confidence right now, so waiting for them to